living with the same person for years and years. My husband and I have been married for nearly 40 years. Yeah, thank you, someone commiserating down there. I need it. Yeah, look, and a lot of women my age are divorcing their husbands. And the lucky ones are burying theirs. Anyway, I'm stuck with mine and he's not getting any younger. So I thought, well, I probably ought to learn CPR in case he suddenly keels over. So I've been having classes, and they say that you should do heart compressions to staying alive, you know, like this. Ooh, 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 staying alive, staying alive, ooh, 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 staying alive. Anyway, I think I'm going to do it like this. We'll always love Look, I'm getting a little bit older, and I have to say I've discovered a benefit of getting older. I'm turning into a superhero. Yeah. Batman comes to mind. Look. Already growing my bat wings. Of course, that's heavier than I was imagining. Look, I'm so old now that the only time anyone tries to cop a feel is when I go through airport security. I was up at Canberra Airport the other day. Anyone been flying lately?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, they've got this new scanner machine. Have you seen it? You know, there's footprints on the floor, like this, and you've got to stand like this. Now, this machine is made for a 7-foot basketball player, not a 60-year-old, 5-foot woman. Now, I've never said no to spreading my legs. But honestly, at my age, you make me stand like this too long, my vagina's going to fall out. Just as well I'm wearing my reinforced knickers tonight. Oh, dear. Look, life is hard, isn't it, at the moment with inflation, all prices of everything are going up. So I've decided from now on, I'm just going to buy stuff on sale. So I was at Costco's the other day, and I bought a coffin on special. Have you seen the ones? You've been to Costco, seen the ones there. The trouble is, I don't know what to do with it while I'm waiting to die. Oh, look, I was thinking coffee table, maybe. I don't know. Bed in the spare room. Somewhere to keep my back cape. Yeah, look, there's no doubt about it. I mean, they keep telling us, don't they, that life is very stressful these days. So when I feel like I need to relax, I like to go to and have a massage. So I had one the other day. And I, got undressed and got on the bed, face down, pulled up the sheet, and the massage lady came, and she pulled the sheet right back down to my bum. Now, coffins aren't the only thing I buy at Costco's. I also buy their cheap toilet paper. I don't know why you're laughing. I haven't even told you the joke. Anyway, you're obviously familiar. It's that stuff, isn't it, that disintegrates the minute you start to wipe. So now I'm lying on the bed, but instead of imagining I'm there on the beach, dolphins frolicking in the waves, all I can think is she going to find that piece of bog roll stuck to my arsehole? Listen, I tell you, I lay there for a whole hour with my butt cheeks clenched so tight that I came away with a migraine. Honestly, that massage was so stressful, I needed a massage. Oh, good gracious me. Have you ever done anything with the best of intentions and then it all turned to custard? Have you? Yeah, there's a few people nodding here. Yes, well, I have. When my kids were little, they wanted a pet rat. And my husband said over his dead body, which was an option on the table there for a moment. But anyway, it was left to me to get him to change his mind. So I went to my 2 fail-safe strategies for getting my own way, and that is sex and roast dinners. No, not at the same time. Get that image out of your head this minute. Me lying on the bed, covered in gravy. Husband sucking a Brussels sprout out of my tummy button. You, sir, you're looking very worried. No need to worry, honestly. It was just straightforward missionary. I'm saving anal for when I want a horse. Anyway, after 3 tons of potato and a whole spit roast, he agreed. So Christmas Eve we went and got a rat, a little girl rat, and hid her in her cage. And Christmas Day we gave the cage to the kids, who were very excited because overnight they had their own little Christmas miracle. Someone knows where this is going, don't you? Yes, that rat had 9 babies. Yes. I don't know about the Immaculate Conception, but that pet shop did us with an immaculate deception. Bastards. Anyway, so then I'm stuck with all these rats. And luckily my daughter's friend said she would have one. But a couple of days later she came back and said, that the rat had died and she wanted another one, which was fine, of course. But then she did the same thing a few days later. Now, I have to say, I did think that was a bit odd. And I was talking to the next door neighbour about it, and she said, "Oh, Sarah, didn't you know that family's got a pet python?" So I guess that snake had been enjoying its Uber Eats. Oh, look, I'm really sorry. I must apologise. I'm very sorry. This is supposed to be an evening of fun and laughter, and I go and tell you a story that's really sad. But I'm sorry to say that in our house, my husband's the only one who ever gets a happy ending. Shouldn't be so mean about him. He's sitting in the front. And my son sat there too. I don't know if you knew about the anal thing. I'm going to have to explain that to him later. Look, I come from a long line of mean women. Now, when I was a little girl, my mother used to chase me around the garden, flicking the back of my bare legs with an elastic band. That's not very nice, is it? No, it's not very nice. But give her a due, great example of multitasking. She scared the shit out of me and got me my 10,000 steps. Anyway, look, it's been very, hit and miss which way I go all my life, whether it be nasty or nice. Like the time hubby fell down the steps at the rugby. And I made him walk home because it served him right being drunk. Turned out he had concussion and 3 cracked ribs. So anyway, when he phoned me to say that he'd swallowed his dentures while eating pizza at the pub, I thought, well, this is it. This is my moment to shine. This is my moment to prove that underneath all this, I really am a good person. So I picked him up and I rushed him down to A&E, and I waited for hours and hours. And have you been to Canberra Hospital lately? Well, you know that waiting room, hours and hours in that waiting room with very dodgy people. I worried myself sick, worried myself sick. And then the pub phoned me and said they found his teeth under the table. So I gave them back to him. After he'd had his barium enema. And 5 days of sifting shit. Guess I landed on nasty. I'm a midwife, been a midwife for years and years, and And when I was a student, of course, I had to learn a whole load of new terminology, like colostrum, engorgement, and the phrase for when the milk starts to flow, letdown, which I have to say was a new one on me, because I always thought that letdown was how women felt after they'd had sex. Do you know, it's funny how the men never laughed at that one. Now, one of the things that really annoys me is when people don't use the proper anatomical names for parts of the body. And I have to say, as a midwife, I get particularly peeved when people call the vulva vagina. There's someone there, yes, but it's bloody annoying, isn't it? It really is. Anyway, just because there's a couple of blokes here in the front who look like they might need a bit of an anatomy refresher. The vagina's on the inside and the vulva's on the outside. Now, you can't make the vagina look beautiful. You can't wax, tattoo or pierce the vagina. Sorry to go on. But this whole issue gets me in a right flap. Anyway, the other thing that really annoys me is all this blooming HR lingo they use these days. In my workplace, they keep going on about strengths-based practice. Now, my strength is eating 12 Krispy Creme donuts in one sitting. But I've no idea how it's going to make me a better midwife. Except I could probably use them to practice putting my fingers in a small round hole. The only thing is I've got to remember not to get into the habit of licking my fingers afterwards. Look, I think I better go before I gross you out.